Okay, welcome back to the Forbidden History Chronicles. You're here with NinjaCat 111 and Dezert-Owl from the Forbidden History series YouTube channel, and also Forbidden History Live. G'day, ya. And Lynn, can you guys hear me okay? And we might get a sound check on Desert, and then we'll get on with things. How's it going, Desert?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Radio check. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll keep going. Yeah, we'll keep going for now. I've got a red line, but yeah, I'm just waiting to see if it comes good.
Okay, screen just went black.
Yeah.
Oh, it's back. Okay.
It's back? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you want me to start with something, Desert? Because I've been looking at a few things and seeing a few things.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like I just.
Maybe.
Sorry.
It's we're kind of opening without an introduction. I think that might be.
Oh, yes, we are, aren't we? We're kind of just jumping in.
Yeah, we're discombobulated because the
I love that.
Didn't know we were going to even launch the rocket today. So
I love that word.
you.
Can you please say it again? That discom something.
Liberated.
Okay, I've just never heard that before.
Really?
Okay. No, it must be an American thing.
Well, it sounds like an Australian thing, discombobulated.
No, we have discombobulated.
I see.
Anyway, okay. The signs of the times. This is the introduction that I meant to read. For any new listeners out there, we're very professional here. Okay, in essence, Desert discusses the history of the world and how the unseen hand has been running it from the very beginning of time, who they are and how they have founded all of the first great civilizations that are found all around the world, about who the giants really were, and the ancient Aryan caste and slave systems, the priesthoods, the anti-gravity V-manners, the earth-based misnomered UFOs which are man-made, the control of all forms of communications, commerce, religion, mass media, pseudo-politics, etc. It is the grand deception that is used to control all of mankind, and all instituted through the three main religions of the world in particular, used as their grand cover. Their cyber code has been revealed to him because he has become adept within the study of the ancient alphabets, communications, symbolism, religion, custom, law, cosmology, and mythology, not to mention the fallacy of today's political science and pseudoscience in particular. He can also define the true nature of their warfare, their shell game of bringing one civilization up for their temporary use and then taking it down for the next 500-year generational cycle, as symbolized by the classical phoenix. Desert discusses the ultimate in mind control and ancient art and the financial control, the secret societies and their blood occult rituals, and how they wage all wars throughout all time, nations that they created, which are all imaginations, plantations, and mere corporations. They have taken blood oaths to surrender their self-will and mind to their blind goddess who has demanded our blood from the very beginning of time. They communicate to their minions through the movies, TV, and print media, while he can see, read, and interpret most all of it. It all says that they are using us for our ingenuity, for our collective constructive labour, for experimentation, and in the end they intend to kill us all. They have given us full notice of what they are doing and what they fully intend to do, while all of the general population, the sheeple, they merely get to be entertained. It is needed, which is what backs most of the world's currency through the birth certificate, but they are all through with us now. It is written in stone, as it can be seen written in the Georgia Guidestones. To know the truth is to be empowered and to be prepared. We may not be able to stop what has been done and what is about to happen, but the innocent and decent people on planet Earth deserve to know. Okay, and take 3, take 4. How's it going, Desert? Welcome to the Forbidden History Chronicles.
Thank you. Yeah, we're looks like we're doing it. A few little anomalies on the screen. It went black real quick, and then
yeah, I have a circle.
We're coming through. Yeah. So the miracle of the internet is still working, and
yay.
and that's great. And yeah, mankind has been enslaved. There's no doubt about it, and we're all suffering the effects of the insane world that we've been handed, which is not a natural world by any way, shape, or form. It may be the classic native peoples. For instance, the plains natives that lived in the teepees on the plain, and they followed the migration of the buffalo. You know, they probably would have been the best example of the idyllic life. You know, because they lived in harmony with nature. They didn't exploit nature.
Yeah.
And their whole passion was to constantly give away the things that were theirs to somebody else. And the cycle of giving, you know. And
yeah.
so it was the parental society where they looked up to the elders and honored them, and they had wisdom. Not like our elders today who read newspapers and are stupid and think they know everything. They don't know anything. And bigoted on top of it. So it's really an amazing switch out from other societies. Primitives were doing it in many parts of the world. When they were left alone and unadulterated. But now the one world order, the unseen hand, has continually pursued mankind to take control of his and exploit his energy, resources, labor to work for them. And so this has been the battle on planet Earth, and so that's why our world. I wanted to say sucks. Basically.
Well, it does.
Yeah. They suck everything out of us.
Yes.
They suck our lifeblood. We go to work and then they tax us.
Yeah.
The taxation is a total illusion because there is no money, and the system was perfected with England. And basically, when the Rothschilds took over, they told the royal families, well, no, you can still sit on the throne. It's okay. And we'll get a parliament going, and you'll reign. You won't rule, but you will reign. And you won't have to do anything but just look good and do what you want to do. And then they said, and we'll print all the money you need in the form of bonds. And the only thing we want in exchange for that, to give you all the money you ever wanted, to do anything you want to do, is we are allowed to tax. We will be able to tax the people for whatever we want to tax them. You see. And so, like when I was a young man. About 19, 20 years old, a journeyman carpenter. When I moved to California, I went right to journeyman. I bypassed apprenticeship because I already had a good job, and from out in the Midwest when I was in Kansas, and I already had a job as a journeyman carpenter without joining the union. So boom, I got a journeyman's job right out the gate. 20 years old, I'm making 500 a week back in 1995, 90 now.
Wow, that's a decent. Yeah, that's decent amount of money.
I'm sorry, not 97, 1977, and I was making 500 a week.
Wow.
Back then, $20 buy you a week's worth of groceries for $20.
Yeah.
So that was big money.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know nothing. Like I said, my parents, they pretty well hatched me, and I was on my own, so I didn't know how to work with my money. And literally, out of 500 a week, they took 230 or thereabouts, or I got 280 out of 500. So does that sound right? That I make 500 a week, then they get 230, and I get 280. And so I didn't know about investment, or I didn't know ways of capturing that money to expand when I'm making good money. And so literally, it just all went down the drain. But that's the idea, you see. So the taxation scam is when there is this illusion of something when it is really nothing, and therefore they took so it's all based on numbers on a ledger, and then look at, I got a bunch of points, I'm a winner, yeah, I got some points. Oh no, they just took my points away from me. Whoa, I'm a loser. What's going on here? Win some, lose some. But the okay, I was going somewhere with this. So the example would be like in the Roman times, right? And there literally there are more Roman coins in existence today than any other coin. That's how many coins they printed during the Roman period back 2,000 years ago. The presses kept on rolling, babe. And so the question would be, so Rome hands out the money through the network, right? And then the people, like, let's use the example of Israel, since that's always a big study. And people in Israel have their Roman coin and they're being taxed. Okay, like Yeshua says, okay, give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give to Yahweh what is Yahweh's. So the question would be, if Khazar has the printing press and he can mint all the coin that he wants, why would he need to take coin back from the people?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why would he need it? If he can print all he needs, and he did, then why would he need to take? Because it's not about he needed the money. What he needs is the control.
The control. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Control.
Yeah.
We're all
Exactly.
controlled. They have a dossier on all of us here in America in the IRS files. Oh, this guy's a political activist. Boom, let's go levy his bank account. Let's put him out of business. You see, let's take his bonus points away from him, and then he won't be able to do anything. And that happened to me when I was over the road and had United Truckers defending the Constitution, and I was on my way to Canada, Toronto, to make a delivery. When all of a sudden, my company calls me and said they just levied your account, and so out of near 1,000 a week, give or take, I was left with $119. Well, it costs $250 just to live on the road for a week, so go figure. Okay, I said, okay, I'm bringing the truck back. That was it. It was over. They put me out. So that's how they do it.
Wow. Sorry, I'm just watching this. Yeah, I'm just watching the screen. Yeah.
It's flat.
It's still going. Yeah.
Yeah, and still the stream is still flowing. That's right.
Woohoo!
Beautiful stream.
Yeah, the stream is still going. It's gorgeous, isn't it? That water is just.
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
Yeah,
I like it,
it's
do different stuff like that, Ninja. That's great. Different all the time. Try different stuff, but to stay focused on one thing is very relaxing like that. And,
yeah.
You do a lot of good graphics too, so feel free to just experiment.
Yeah.
And
I think
you've both been doing great work.
Oh, thank you. I think I've got sort of I think I've got it figured out now. Like, do this while we're talking, and then I've got the graphics for the music breaks and things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, whatever you're inspired to do, I just make my suggestions, but it's your channel, and I want you to have fun with it and enjoy it.
I do. Sorry, Desert.
I'm enjoying it too. Okay. So
yeah.
there you go.
I just want to answer.
You could steer me a little bit, or did I need to go hit the books?
I just want to answer Lynn. Yeah, that would have been me about a month ago while we still had the heat wave. Yeah, I want to say I want to sit in that stream too, but it's too cold. Yeah, it's just beautiful. What's been concerning me lately is that like I get the picture, I see the picture, I know this is truth, and I know nobody is talking about this, but I feel like I'm forgetting because I'm not able to devote as much time to reading as much as I want, as much time as I want to be able to read and keep it all in my head, and I feel like through stress as well, that I'm forgetting, and I don't want to forget. So anyway, I went to the start, and because of all this, when I do read, I just go with what I feel. So I'm reading bits and pieces all over the place. I can never finish reading one thing. So anyway, I went to the start of the original gospel the other day, and you know how we've spoken about angels and how they're not angels. I don't know, you explain it better.
Well, the word angel is a false narrative. It's a misimpression. It's a false image because it's angels are English, and you look in the Latin dictionary and in the Middle English dictionary, and you see it. So the word was Malik in the original. An angel was implanted into our scriptures to supplement and to replace the word Malek for royal messenger. It also means king. It also means apostle. Malek, royal messenger, or Malek, literally the mother's tongue.
Yeah.
And so, so there are no angels according to our idea of it, what we think of when we have all of our life has used the word. It's a fiction. Go ahead.
Okay.
In other words, in the sense of an angel, I am an angel. You are an angel, because we are royal messengers when we're trying to share this royal message, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find. I should have marked it. I should have highlighted it, but I don't want to. I love this book, and I don't want to put a highlighter in it. I can't find it. Right at the start, when Gabriel brings a message to Mary and Joseph, and they call him an angel, and in here somewhere, I'm still trying to find it. I'm still trying to find it, but it says in here that Gabriel was a man, like just a messenger, a man. It says it here, and I can't find it. Yeah.
Okay. And you're saying in the scriptures it says he was a man?
Yeah, in the original gospel, right at the start. I'll keep looking throughout the program. I'll find it for you.
Yeah. Well, of course, in other words, because he used he versus she, would that be the interpretation of what you're saying?
I'm saying that they imply that an angel came down and spoke prophecy to them.
Okay.
But at the end of somewhere near the end of the first chapter, there's a sentence stating that the message comes from a man. The message comes from a man, from flesh, not an angelic being.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can't talk definitively about something if we're not looking at it. But I can say this, that Gabriel, and just like the word Michael, Gabriel is Gabriel and or Gabriel, and it means the giver of light. And the one who was the giver of light was is Yeshua, and so because he's the only one who gives light, his all power was given to him.
Yeah.
And so he rules by the power of Yahweh. And so the same thing with Michael. Michael is a title, just like Gabriel is a title.
Yeah.
Not a personal identity, but an expression of what somebody does, like giver of light. And so therefore, Michael is Meka'ul, and it means the one who was like Yahweh. So the one who was like Yahweh is Yeshua. So there again, both Michael in the corrupted form and Gabriel in the corrupted form are both corruptions of our Redeemer. Okay, and same with the Raphael, same thing. Re Fe'ul. There's Re for the ray of light that comes down of the woman's light to Fe, and then the Ul to give us vision. The ray of light that comes down to give us vision. So see, we're dealing with the primitive ideals and terminology that has been sliced and diced and then modernized and taken. So the flavor has been removed from the to use a cliche or an idiom. The flavor has been removed, and so therefore we don't ever get the flavor of it because we just think what it is what it is. So that's the trickery, because we weren't there. We didn't have the benefit of getting it from the source, from the stream, that's going. It's been we're down at the deep end of the river where it gets really cloudy and muddy, and so we're at a disadvantage. But so that's why, of course, the transliteration project is so important, and defining all these terms is so important. The scripture even says, rightly divide the word of truth. Well, if we have to divide it, then we have to add it back up. Divide it, add it, and analyze it because we're supposed to be scholars. That's the whole thing about enlightenment. It means you're devoted to something, and when the light is shining, if Yeshua is the giver of light, well, then the light keeps coming, right? The light keeps shining, right? The sun doesn't stop shining, right? It keeps shining. So if you surrender to the light, then the light will keep coming, and you will continue to become enlightened. It's a process. So therefore, you're not fooled anymore at one point. You were fooled yesterday, but you're not fooled today because you have received more light, the light that is bound to set you free. That's its purpose and intention, right?
Yeah, and that makes me not...
Inception in the world.
Yeah.